Alright, let's rip the tinfoil hat right off. Were aliens really at Roswell? Is Area 51 just a boring desert base? Or is it the cosmic Costco for UFOs? And what about those abductions? Are people getting free tractor beam rides, or is it just really bad sleep paralysis? Today, John the Preacher is diving headfirst into the crash sites, the cover-ups, and the creepiest close encounters. So buckle up, because this might be the only sermon where the collection plate is flying saucers. Let's start where the rumors hit the runway. Crash sites. Because nothing screams welcome to Earth like pancaking your intergalactic Uber into a cornfield. From Roswell to the wreckage nobody wants to talk about, we're digging into the biggest cosmic fender benders in history. Alright, let's talk about the biggest crash site of them all, Roswell. Now, I haven't gotten out to Roswell. I do plan to get out there at some point. What I know about Roswell is that there were lots of eyewitnesses at the time. This happened in the 40s, okay? This is probably what a lot of UFO people think was the beginning of the gray invasion. So when they started showing up with their flying saucers, that was the first sightings. That's where the term flying saucer came from. Obviously, there's been lots of sightings throughout history. We've got flying saucers on cave paintings. You know, we've all seen the images of spacemen and their helmets on the cave paintings from 10,000 years ago, Neolithic. We got it in medieval art. You know, we've seen flying saucers up there at the baptism of Jesus, and in the Middle Ages, 1500s, there's all kinds of, you know, monks and whatever they call them, the Gregorians. They got pictures with those giant stars and flying people, flying saucers up there, but they didn't call them flying saucers until the 40s. And somebody, I can't remember his name, but he was flying one of those prop planes, started seeing them skipping across the sky, said they looked like flying saucers, and then they got one that crashed down there in Roswell. They reported it in the news, and then they retracted the story, and they said they had material out there that was like foil. It was like a foil-like material. You just crumple it up, and then it go right back into shape. And obviously it has some kind of anti-gravity property to it. That's how they're flying around, zipping around in the sky. Apparently it is the radar, or LiDAR, or radar, that confuses their navigation system and causes them to crash right into the Earth. You know, and we don't know what it is that made them interested in coming here in the first place, but it probably had to do with the atomic age. Probably the atomic bombs going off, set off their detection beams somewhere in the universe, and they started coming by, and they started crashing their ships, and they've been, you know, hiding them in the Lockheed Martin bunkers, reverse engineering since then. And we've recently had the congressional hearings. If you've been paying attention in the news, they got Luis Elizondo out there. George Knapp testified in front of Congress. All the usual suspects were out there. Okay, David Grush, look it up. It's been in the news.
How can Congress further increase whistleblower protections?
I think you got to unleash the dogs and go track down the money and where it goes, because a lot of this stuff has been moved out of government.
Sure.
As you know, Rep. Burchett, it's been given to private contractors who stashed it away. They've had it for so long that there's nobody left inside government, or very few, who know where it is.
Yes, sir, I agree with you.
If you got time, you can call your Congress people. If you got a bunch of time to waste, call your they're not going to do anything for you. But you can give them a call and let them know that you want to know the truth about what's happening with these crash sites, and what they're doing with the material that they're finding there. Okay, because we have a right to know. As citizens, we have a right to know. In fact, there was a crash site right in front of my house. I documented it. If you take a look, I did a YouTube short. I'm going to put the link in the description here. I welcome you to check it out. Please share it with other people, because it's important information. I learned their anti-gravity mind control techniques, and I'm willing to share it with other people, so that, you know, if you got UFO flying saucer out in front of your house, you'll know exactly what to do, and you'll know what to do when with the wreckage. It's all in the video. Take a look at it. Um, you'll be surprised. I invite you to take a look at it right now. In fact, I'm going to cut it in right here. Let's take a look. This is the side of the crash. Okay, I learned the technique. I unleashed on them. They got about 100 yards up, and their fragile bodies just couldn't take it. I was the only survivor. All right, now this is what's left here. What the men in black didn't take, I buried in these cement holes, and I said, leave me the captain's head, as a warning to the rest that I learned their anti-gravity mind control techniques. And I can teach it to you. Okay, just DM me down in the comments. $49.95. All right, together we can beat this gray alien bastard threat. $50, come on. Okay, there you have it. That was a UFO crash site right in front of my house, and all the vital information about what to do with the wreckage is there. Now, this is not just happening to, you know, out in the desert. This has happened in Brazil. There's a lot of stories in Brazil of wreckage that the Brazilian government, hand in hand with the CIA, all the alphabet agencies, you know, they're in on the conspiracy. They're cleaning up the crash sites, they're taking the material, and they're studying it. It's interesting in Brazil because those seem to be a different species of alien that they're out there messing around, zooming around in the skies. And I don't know what it is about Brazil or about South America that they're particularly interested in. But it's also been rumored that the Soviets had a crash retrieval program where they're studying all the material. And, you know, unfortunately, it's something that we're going to have to get to the bottom of. We're going to have to get to the truth of. I would say if it doesn't happen in 2025, then we're probably looking at 2026, 2027, depending on what they can get through Congress. And like I said, they're not very responsive to when you call them up, but it is an important enough issue that I would say take a little bit of time out of your day to write an email, to get on the phone. We'll put the number down at the bottom here, the 202 switchboard. You give them a call. I spend at least 3 or 4 hours a day calling up my Congress people, letting them know about this and that. One of the things. Okay, next up, the Nevada desert, Area 51. Officially, it's just a test site. Unofficially, it's where the government hides everything from flying saucers to Friday's leftovers. It's the ultimate no trespassing zone, or the galaxy's most secret meet and greet. Let's peek behind the barbed wire. Okay, now I have had a chance to make it out to Area 51. Unlike Roswell, I understand they're close. I understand they're close together. But, you know, I did some time investigating out in Area 51, and it's exactly what you would think it is. It's just a bunch of sand. It's a desert. All right, I didn't see a single UFO. I know that there's lots of rumors about what's happening out there. That's where the alien autopsies are rumored to take place. They said that that's where they took all the bodies from the Roswell crash site and they ended up at Area 51. Okay, Area 51 is obviously you can't get too close. They got the black helicopters, they got the CIA people out there, they got people in unmarked military uniforms. They'll chase you out of there. If you go too close, it's rumored people just disappear. Like gone off the map. Unmarked grave type of thing. So I had to be very careful sneaking in there. The truth is, you know, I value the truth more than anything, but I would say, you it was worth the risk. It was worth the risk getting out there because we were able to uncover the fact that nothing's going on. All right, I invite you, take a look at the short, take a look down there. It's all about Area 51 and what's actually happening. I'm going to cut it in right now, and I'm also going to put the link in the description so that you can share it, get the information out there. It's life-saving information. Okay, this is what people need to know about what they're doing with your taxpayer dollars out there at Area 51. All right, folks, today we're busting the biggest alien myth of all, Area 51. John the Preacher here. Area 51 is a U.S. government installation in the Nevada desert. It's the site of many mysterious UFO sightings and strange goings-on since the Eisenhower administration. Flying saucers are reverse engineered and alien autopsies are performed. I'm here on location, Area 51. I was able to sneak past all the military security, the black helicopters or surveillance, using this high-tech disguise. This right here used to be a military installation. It used to be a base. Now it's just a bunch of rubble. Obviously, there's nothing to see here, okay? It's just a giant nothing burger. They moved everything to the Denver International Airport. There's a huge underground installation there where they got New World Order bunkers, and that's where they moved the autopsies. All right, they got weird artwork on the wall, alien bodies in the basement. Look it up, sheeple. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. What they're doing is what happened is they moved everything. Okay, as you could see from the video, they moved it all to the Denver airport. That's where they're doing the top secret autopsies. That's where they got the Illuminati, Satan worshiping. That's how they call the aliens in, is what I've heard from the Aleister Crowley stuff. All right, they do chants down there. They got New World Order people. All the Illuminati bigwigs, they're in there, they're doing the chants, they're doing the rituals, and they're calling in these alien figures from different dimensions. This is what they call the Foo Fighters from back in World War II. You know, we just talked about Roswell. They started showing up, they started crashing out after the atomic age. Well, it also had to do with the Nazis and the occult. Hitler's people were down there doing the rituals, calling in the aliens from whatever dimension they're from. You know, it's not even clear if they're from a different galaxy, a different star system or whatever, if they're coming in from a different dimension. And that's part of what we got to get to the bottom of. And I don't know that cutting up those bodies down there at Area 51 is really going to help anything. Apparently the government agrees, because that's why there's nothing happening there anymore. It's just empty bunkers, tumbleweeds, and I heard coyotes out there too. I heard some coyotes sniffing around. I didn't see a single alien. Didn't see a single alien. Didn't see a single crashed out vessel. Didn't see a reverse engineered UFO anywhere in sight. If I would go so far as to say Area 51 is boring. It's a boring waste of time. Okay? Don't even get in the car and go. All right? I know it's a tempting, I wanted to, you know what I mean? Like, it's a tempting vacation spot. You want to get your whole family in the station wagon, you know, get some REO Speedwagon pumping in the back seat. Everybody's singing along, and you've got the windows rolled down, the family dog's having a nice time, and you go out to Area 51, catch yourself some UFOs. Well, guess what? It's a waste of time. Don't even do it. Go to Disneyland or something like that. You'd be more likely to see an alien, to be honest with you. Or take your family to the Denver airport if you want to see some weird stuff. All right? Take that station wagon and point it elsewhere. Your family's going to be bored to death if you take them out to Area 51. I mean, it used to, you know what? Maybe back in the day, maybe back in the 70s, it was fun to go because they still got aliens over there. You know, they didn't have the sophistication of the grid system to pinpoint you on the map when you're coming. You know, if you don't have a sophisticated disguise like I had, they're going to catch you right away. You're going to end up sequestered in an unmarked, I don't know, Guantanamo Bay or something. You're gonna get you and your family are gonna end up at Gitmo with a dog and everything, somewhere down in the prison, CIA secret prison in Cuba, and you're not gonna see a single alien. Forget about it. Okay. There you go. You're welcome, sheeple. I saved you a bunch of time. In fact, if you can support us on Patreon, that'd be great. Patreon.com/JohnThePreacher. Support the life-saving vital work that we do here. I don't want to brag about what I'm doing here because I love people and I love getting everybody ready for the coming apocalypse that we're going to face. That's just who I am. I'm a con person, so I don't want any special thanks. But I did save you a bunch of money and a bunch of time for your family vacation out to Area 51. Okay, just skip it. Take a look at the short one more time. All right, it's in the description. The link's in the description. Tell everybody who's planning the vacation, just forget about it. Stay home, okay? Get out to Denver. Go to, I don't know, get down to South America. You get down to Brazil if you can. Apparently, there's a lot of stuff going on down there, alien-wise. All right. Finally, the bedtime stories that keep you wide awake. Abductions. Are aliens really pulling off midnight sleepovers? Or is it just humanity's weirdest excuse for being late to work? We're going to dive into the tales of tractor beams, missing time, and why aliens apparently don't believe in doorbells. Alright, this is the weirdest part about the phenomenon. We know we've gone over the crash sites, we've gone over the weird material, we've gone over the alien bodies in Area 51, but we got to go over the abductions, okay? Abductions is really the most terrifying part of this phenomenon. Alright? Now, the ones who are perpetrating most of these abductions are the species known as the Greys. Alright, they're these guys here. Little, big eyes, about 4 feet tall, 3 fingers. They're coming through your window. They're coming right through the wall, and they're going to snatch you up out of your bed, and they're going to take you and do all kinds of experiments on you on a cold metal table. Alright, that's their MO. We've seen it. All people make all kinds of jokes about the probes, and we've all seen the Saturday Night Live sketch. Kate McKinnon's very funny. Hardy har har har. All right, but this is a phenomenon that happens to people. It's a weird thing. What they note is that it happens to people of different cultures all around the world. People with no connection to each other. Under hypnosis, they report the same thing happening. Same details, same little gray people, same big bulgy eyes, same 3 fingers, same experiments, same cloning going on. They're taking their genetic material. They got little clones, half alien, half humans, up on the wall in the jars, and it creeps people out. All right? I had... I haven't talked about this, but I had my own experience, and I apologize if I get a little emotional here, because it was terrifying. I wasn't saying I was taken up in the craft, but I had a little gray alien in my... I was in a twilight slumber state, not quite asleep, not quite awake. Little gray alien was in my head, psychically talking to me, okay? Trying to invade my thoughts, and I had to just get out the pots and pans. I was banging on, this is my dream state. I'm banging on the pots and pans, and I'm just doing, oh, la, 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 telling it to get out of my head. And that's what I had to do. I had to figure out, while it was happening to me, how do I get out of this? And that's why I made this short. How to escape alien abduction in 3 steps. All right? Check it out. I'm going to play it in just 1 second, but the link is in the description so that you can share this with your friends and family who may be experiencing abduction phenomenon. Maybe they're being tracked. A lot of people have trackers behind their ears, in their wrists, in their ankles. They got alien trackers in them. And These Greys, they're not the friendliest race of aliens, okay? They're not like the tall white Nordics. They're not even, some of the reptilians are friendlier, to be honest with you. All right, I've heard of mantis aliens being nicer than the Greys. So these are the ones that are coming after you in your sleep, and you got to learn how to escape. I'm giving you 3 steps. If step 1 fails, you move on to step 2, then finally to step 3. One of these is going to get you out of your abduction situation. All right, I promise you that. And take a look at the short. Let me see. I got some more background information about why this is happening on the back end. I'm going to go ahead and play it right now. Got another Armageddon survival tip for you. How to avoid alien abduction in 3 easy steps. Step 1. Don't get abducted in the first place, because they can shapeshift and you never know what form they're going to take.
Oh, he's so cute. What kind of dog is he?
He's a hunting dog. Step 2. Always use a body double when you're sleeping. Step 3. The worst has come to pass, and you wake up on their spacecraft on that cold metal table, and your only option is to escape by tantrum. Works every time. All right, there you have it, folks. How to escape alien abduction in 3 easy steps. Go ahead, like I said, share it with your friends and family, especially if you know somebody who is experiencing this or who might experience it. They might be abducted. Anybody who might be abducted, which is everybody. So share it out with everybody. And support us on Patreon, patreon.com/JohnThePreacher. All right, we need to get this information out here, and I can't do it without your help and support. Please, we need a little financial support so that we can help people avoid alien abduction, so that we can get the truth out there about these crash sites, and so that we can let everybody know about what the government's doing at their secret bases, Denver Airport, Area 51, etc. All right, this is serious work we're doing, and we need some serious support. And I thank you very much in advance. And if you haven't already, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe. There's a whole lot of information in here, and we do appreciate you getting the word out. Why are the abductions happening? This is the final piece of the puzzle. Okay, the rumor is there was a secret meeting with Eisenhower and the aliens where he made a deal to get all kinds of futuristic tech in exchange for abducting so many people. Okay, so if you are unlucky enough to be part of that number that they decided to just hand over to the aliens, well, congratulations. Apparently, the government thought it was worth it to let them do that to you in order to get Velcro. Okay? Think about that. Call your congresspeople. Let them know what you think about Eisenhower's deal with the aliens. Tell them we want Majestic 12 rescinded, and we want to make a new deal with the extraterrestrial. That's what you need to tell Congress, all right? Call them up. Call them on the switchboard, 202, send them an email. Tell them you want a new deal with the extraterrestrials. All right? We need to tear up this Eisenhower mess. Nobody wants to be abducted anymore. Let's end the phenomenon, and if we can't end it, then just watch the video and figure out how to keep yourself safe in 3 steps. All right? So there you have it. Crash landing, desert secrets, and cosmic kidnappings. If aliens are out there, they've got terrible GPS and an even worse PR team. But hey, whether you believe or you just love the mystery, thanks for flying with John the Preacher's Interstellar Sermon. And don't forget to subscribe before the Men in Black delete this video. Well, see you next time if we're not abducted first. Tune in next time when we discuss psychics, ghosts, and the afterlife.